Welcome everybody. Today I have an idea, something I've been meaning to do for a while. You know, during the pandemic, if you're anything like me, you'd be stocking up on a lot of canned goods. You know, things were kind of hard to find in the store and you never know what to expect. So we did, maybe even overdid a little bit on the canned goods. But today we're going to use a lot of canned goods and make something in the crock pot, and we're going to kind of dilute it down to try to make it a little healthy, because you know most of this stuff is full of salt and sodium. We're going to work with that. Okay, I'm picking through the shelves and picking out some of these cans that are getting a couple of years old, and we're going to use them up. All right, so stay tuned. It's going to be a good one. All righty folks, here we go. We're going to add a lot of fresh vegetables. Okay, here's a whole head of cauliflower. There's about 8 carrots and about 5 or 6 stalks of celery. That's what we're starting out with. Okay, and then I'm going to add 1 large zucchini. So that's going to be our base for our vegetable and canned goods soup. Okay, all right, so next what we're going to do is I'm going to add 2 cans of this canned chicken broth with garlic. Okay, I bought a lot of these chicken broth with garlic quite a while ago, and we need to get them used up. It's been a couple of years, but hey, that stuff doesn't go bad in the can. Now this one is a organic vegetable broth, low sodium, and this one has almost no sodium, so that'll be a good addition to this. All right. Now I'm going to add a can of zesty, spicy pasta sauce, tomato sauce. Okay, I was going to just use some diced tomatoes, but I saw this up there and we need to use this also, and this will add a little flavor because of course it has a pasta sauce and a little bit of heat to it, not too bad. So we're going to add that in there, give it that little tomato punch. Okay, so we're going to throw the lid on here for now and let all these veggies cook up. I have a lot more ingredients to put in here, but they're not going to need to cook that long. Okay, most of the stuff is already cooked in the can. We just need to warm them up. So let's cook these veggies for a couple hours and we'll stir it up, let everything melt down, and we'll be back. All right, here we are folks. It's been about 3 hours. I'm going to give this stuff a little stir. You see it's been heating up quite nicely and our veggies are starting to melt down into the broth. It smells really good too. It just smells like garlic and tomato sauce a little bit right now. Okay, so now, what I didn't put in earlier, but I wanted to, I'm going to throw in some onions, okay? 2 big yellow onions. Okay. I'm going to mix this up in here. Okay, now we've let this thing stew for another hour. We're going to give it a little flavor test here because, as you know, I haven't added any seasonings yet. Still a little bit bland other than the tomato and the garlic, so we're going to add a little bit of this Italian seasoning in here on top. And then I'm going to be a little bit generous with my salt, pepper, garlic, onion, which is very light on the salt. I don't put a lot of salt in my seasoning, so but there's a lot of garlic and onion powder in here and black pepper. Okay. So just stir this up a little bit. We can always add more if we want, but I just like to go a little at a time because if you put too much in there, you can't take it out. Okay. So a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. So let's let this cook another 30 minutes or so, and then we'll try another taste test. See if we have enough flavor in there. All right, let's have a little taste of our veggie soup after the seasonings have all dissolved in here. Okay. Just want to see how we did here with the seasonings. Pretty good. I didn't go too heavy on the Italian, but there is a little black pepper going on there. I'm liking it. Okay, we're going to live with that. Good. So, now let's add some more of our canned goods that we were talking about earlier in the video. I have some canned kernel corn. These have been up there in the pantry for a while. We need to use these. Okay. I have quite a few cans of this condensed Campbell chicken noodle soup. Okay, we're just going to put that in there, and we're not going to add the water because we have so much broth in here already. All right. I'm just going to mix this stuff around in here. I think we're going to be a little light on the noodles, but that's okay. That's okay. We're just trying to use this stuff up. I don't like to waste food. And if you can make something interesting with a pantry full of goodies, that's the whole idea. Okay. Delish. Delish. Okay. Let's let that cook a little while longer here. We'll put the lid on. We're going to have some good veggie soup here. Okay, just rummaging through the pantry over there, I found a couple of cans of chunky chicken noodle, which is the healthy style. Less sodium. So I think we're going to throw some of this in there. Might as well. As long as we have room in the pot, we're going to add more and more. Okay. They give a little chicken meat in there that way too. See that? I think we could put one more can. And I'll tell you what, this is already tasting very, very delicious. So I think that's going to be the topper right there. Now we have a little chicken meat in there. All right. So let's just continue brewing this. I think I'm going to go another hour here. And then we're going to have a bowl of soup. Okay, let's now try a sample of our finished product here. Sure does look good, and it smells delicious. Okay, let's try a little scoop here. Especially the broth here. The broth is out of this world. I'll tell you folks, you can't go wrong. Vegetable soup. Add some canned foods. Add some canned soup. Maybe just a little chicken scraps or some ground beef. Delicious. Okay, everybody, thank you for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and finish this little bowl here. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.